Hi everyone, it's Andy from Finlingo, and today we're going to use the CFA Total Recall app to do an NPV calculation, a net present value calculation. Now if you're not too sure about the theory of that, I want you to go to watch a video which is linked to at the end of this one, where I explain in depth how to do a net present value calculation. But if you're all good with the concepts and you just want to learn how to use this calculator or one like it to answer an NPV question in a CFA-like exam, then just stay with me right now. So the first thing we need to do, we need to get down to reading 32. So let's find reading 32 as quickly as I can. There it is, capital budgeting. This is a simulator, by the way. Your app will look exactly like this when you download it from the App Store, and cross fingers, within a week you should find the same app looking exactly like this on the Google Play Store too. Anyhow, enough of that. Let's get down to capital budgeting. So it's the third question there, net present value. Now, in another video, we will cover internal rate of return. So let's get down to the MPV question. So we've got a 5-year calculation problem to solve here. Questions on the CFA curriculum tend to be between 3 to 5 years, usually 3 to 4. Sometimes they throw in a 5-year one. Now, there's two ways of answering this. You can use a horrific mathematical calculation, which we'll see shortly, but I don't recommend that, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to use this financial calculator to answer the question because it's far, far quicker and there's much less risk of making a mistake. So what's the information? Arborphane Pharmaceuticals with an investment of 109 million. It's going to be a minus flow into the investment. And then they've got after-tax cash flows coming out years 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's money coming out. So they're all positive payments out of the investment. And very importantly, the interest rate there is 7.85%. So what's this project worth to the company? Is it 80 million, 76 million, 68.4? Let's find out. So let's go to the calculator. First thing we do is we press, sorry, this is actually on my phone because I've got this as an app on the phone. So I need to go to cash flow, and you can see I've got some stuff in there from a previous piece of work, probably a previous exam question. So I just need to go second, clear work, to have a nice blank slate. So let's put that 109 million in. But remember, it's going into the investment, so it has to be a negative sum. Enter that. Then we go into tier 1, which is year 1, and that's going to be 40 million. Enter that. And then we go down. Now, ignore the F's, that's frequency. Let's not worry about those. I've never, ever used them, ever. CO2, 43 million. Let's go down to CO3, carbon trioxide, 37 million. Enter. Go down to CO4, year 4, 60 million. Enter. Go down to year 5, 55 million. Enter. Now press the MPV button. Bish bash bosh. The interest rate, remember, is 7.85%, so 7.85. Enter that. Use the down arrow to go to NPV. Now it'll say 98 point. That's from an earlier calculation. So we're going to do compute, and then that gives us 76.59. And we can see that exactly in position B, we do have 76.59, which is the 2 decimal place version of the 5 decimal place thing on the calculator. So crossed fingers, here we go. Let's press B, let's see what happens. Yes! Now you can see this horrific mathematical calculation that you could have done, present valuing all 6 cash flows, and that would have been a nightmare to do, and you're very likely to make a mistake, and it would have taken 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes to do. So I thoroughly recommend you do the calculator approach. Let's just take a look at some help that the CFA Total Recall app gives you. So it gives you the mathematical way here, but it gives you an example as well, and we can see a mathematical example which is very, very useful to help us do the first question. Let's get back to the question. There we are. Let's try the next question. And I'm going to let you do that one for homework. Now, it's not always 5 years. If I just get this one wrong, let's say, and just move on. Sometimes it's going to be 3 years. Sometimes it's going to be 4 years. But just keep doing in 3, 4 and 5 years until it burns into your brain. I will see you next time.